Episode 4 of Skeleton Crew raises the question yet again. Would this show be better binged? Some shows are just better when they're released all at once, while others, while you watch week after week without losing any interest. Join us today as we dive deep into episode 4 as we talk about the new mysteries and the new theories that this show has introduced. And starting off with this episode, this one felt really long. It's like a 26-minute episode and it felt like 40. It just kind of dragged and it felt like it was a filler episode, but the filler got us to the end of the episode, which is where we needed to be. I feel like it wasn't even a good addition to Star Wars. The tribes that they introduced were a bit strange and I feel like was very irrational. It just didn't make any sense to me. I couldn't get behind it from the get-go, and maybe that's why it dragged. It just wasn't great. I feel like seasons drag in the middle, and right now we are in the middle of Skeleton Crew. I kind of want to attribute that to this, but this one definitely dragged.
I hate it when we come off a pretty solid episode to a okay episode. It didn't suck. I'm not trashing it. It's nowhere near Acolyte levels. I mean, that show's garbage. But yeah, the first 3 minutes, I like the opening scene. I just it for some reason, and to me, it really took me back to A New Hope. Maybe it was the ship. Maybe it was just the kids, the banter amongst them. I'm not really sure. But once at Aden, and then we realized that it's not, and it just took me back to the previous episode where like, okay, there was these other planets that like got trashed or something happened to them. But then we went on this kind of soft ass adventure, and I was waiting for it to pick up, the momentum. I'm aware that sometimes things have to build up, but it never really got there for me. I the one takeaway from this for me is I'm starting to like the captain girl now. She's starting to win me over, so that's good because that that does prove that there's this well-written character development. So if this young girl could do that, great. I'm not sure if we're going to see more of the characters we met today, and if we don't, then why the hell did you know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah.
I know there's characters that are a one-off, but there was one particular girl here that I was like, okay, maybe she could become part of the band, but it doesn't seem that way. So maybe we'll see her one more time, but if so, it was just weird. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this stuff's just not for me, but after last week's episode, I was kind of hoping for more. I agree with Griff. Seasons tend to, kind of like come to a standstill for a little bit in the mid-season episode. Hopefully next week's episode's better. I really pray that that's the case.
There are great character development with the kids, in particular with Neil and Fern, as Edward said. That was very well done. And as always, I'm really enjoying seeing Jude Law, and I enjoyed the new additions they added to the story. It's just, it took us a long time to get to those additions, but now that they're here, I feel like they are really feeding into the theory that someone from At Atten, currently I think it may be Wim's father, is the ex-pirate captain who went to At Atten and then started a life there and is now searching for the treasure. It's just taking longer than expected. That's currently my theory. It may not be Wim's father, but it's definitely someone's father or someone that we know that we've been introduced to that is the pirate. That I'm certain of, and I think this episode really helped cement that even further. But I'm hoping next episode is going to have less filler. Considering what was revealed at the end, I'm almost certain it's going to have less filler as they need to start to address some of these questions as we have, let's say, like 90 minutes left in the show, with credits and everything. That's between 4 episodes. That sounds about right. I'm hopeful. I still think this is going to be a good show, just maybe better as a binge watch instead of week by week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this review, go check out our review for the previous episode if you missed that. That is currently our favorite episode so far. And overall, I'm still excited for the show.